Old Gopal lived in a small village. The village was nestled among green hills. Tall trees whispered secrets to the wind there. Little houses with sloped roofs dotted the landscape. A gentle river flowed nearby, its waters cool and clear. Gopal was as old as the oldest banyan tree in the village square. His face was kind, etched with lines like a map of his long life. He always had a smile for everyone he met. He loved his village very much. Gopal had a special friend in his small, neat garden. This friend was a magnificent mango tree. It stood tall and proud, right in the middle of his courtyard. Gopal had planted it many years ago when he was just a young man. Now its branches spread wide, offering shade from the hot summer sun. The leaves were a deep glossy green. Birds loved to sing in its branches. This tree was more than just a tree to Gopal. It was a part of his family, a keeper of memories. The village children knew Gopal well. They also knew his mango tree very well. They would often play near his house, their laughter echoing through the quiet afternoons. Gopal never shooed them away. Instead, he would watch them with a soft look in his eyes. He remembered his own childhood, playing under similar trees. The children felt safe and happy around him. They knew he was a kind soul, full of warmth and gentle stories. His small house was simple, made of mud and thatch. Flowers grew in pots around his doorstep. A little path worn smooth by years of use led to his gate. The air around his home always seemed to carry a faint, sweet scent, especially in summer. This was the scent of mango blossoms and later the ripe fruit. Gopal's life was woven into the fabric of this village, a quiet, steady presence, much like his beloved mango tree. He found joy in simple things. Every summer, Gopal's mango tree would be full of fruit. Big, juicy mangoes hung like golden lanterns from its branches. The sight made everyone in the village happy. But the children were the happiest of all. They knew that Gopal loved to share. He never kept all the mangoes for himself. Sharing them brought him a special kind of joy. This tradition had been going on for many, many years. It was a part of summer itself, like the warm breeze or the long sunny days. The children would wait patiently. They knew the mangoes needed time to ripen perfectly. Gopal would watch the fruits carefully each day. He knew exactly when they were ready. He would check their color, their softness, and their sweet smell. Then, with a long pole that had a small net at the end, he would gently pluck them. He handled each mango with great care, as if it were a precious jewel. The children would often gather at a distance, their eyes wide with anticipation, watching him. Gopal would then call the children. "Come, children, come, the mangoes are ready for you." And they would come running, their bare feet patting softly on the dusty path. Their faces would be bright with excitement. Gopal would sit under the shade of the tree, a basket of freshly picked mangoes beside him. He would give each child a mango, sometimes two. He loved to see their happy, sticky faces as they ate the sweet fruit. This sharing was a ritual. It was more than just eating mangoes. It was about community. It was about kindness. The parents of the children also remembered getting mangoes from Gopal when they were young. It was a sweet tradition passed down through the seasons. The taste of Gopal's mangoes was linked with happy childhood memories for many in the village. It was a taste of sunshine, of summer, and of simple, pure generosity. The mango tree was a symbol of his giving heart. This summer, the tree had been generous again. Many mangoes had been shared, many happy smiles had been seen. But now, the season was coming to an end. The branches, once heavy with fruit, were almost bare. Only one mango was left. It hung high up, a single golden orb against the green leaves. This last mango looked bigger and more beautiful than all the others. It seemed to glow in the sunlight, a final perfect gift from the old tree. The village children knew about this last mango. They had been watching it for days. Their anticipation was immense. They whispered about it among themselves. Who would get the last mango? Would Gopal share it like he always did? Or would he keep this special one for himself? There was a little bit of worry mixed with their excitement. The last mango of the season always felt extra special. It was a farewell to summer, a sweet, lingering taste to remember until next year. Gopal too had his eyes on the last mango. He knew it was there. He felt a little sad that the mango season was ending. He loved the joy it brought. He saw the children looking up at the tree, their small faces filled with hope and longing. He understood their silent questions. He smiled to himself. The tree had given its best for the last. It was a truly magnificent fruit, plump and fragrant. He knew what he had to do with this final treasure. The sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. The air grew cooler. The children started to think that perhaps today was not the day. Maybe Gopal would pick it tomorrow. Or maybe, just maybe, he would keep this one. They lingered near his gate, not wanting to leave, yet not wanting to seem too eager. The lone mango swayed gently in the evening breeze, a beacon of sweet promise. Their hearts were full of a quiet, hopeful waiting. Then, just as the first stars began to appear, Gopal came out of his house. He carried his long mango-picking pole. He also had a small clean cloth and a knife. He walked slowly towards the mango tree. The children, who had been about to go home, stopped. Their eyes were fixed on Gopal. He looked up at the last mango. He smiled, a gentle, knowing smile. With careful movements, he reached up with the pole and plucked the golden fruit. It landed softly in the net. Gopal brought the mango down. He wiped it gently with the cloth. It shone like pure gold in the fading light. He then called out, "Children, come here, my dears." His voice was soft but full of warmth. The children ran towards him, their earlier worries forgotten. They gathered around him in a circle, their eyes shining with excitement. Gopal sat down on his usual spot under the tree. He placed the mango on a clean banana leaf he had brought. "This is the last mango of the season," Gopal said, his voice calm and kind, "and the last fruit is always the sweetest, especially when shared." He took the knife and carefully began to slice the magnificent mango. He cut it into many small pieces, enough for every child to have some. He gave a piece to each child one by one. Their small hands reached out eagerly. He made sure everyone got a share of the golden, juicy flesh. His actions spoke louder than any words. The children ate their pieces of mango. Slowly, they savored every bite. It was indeed very sweet. But as they ate, they looked at Gopal. They looked at each other. They understood something important that day. The mango was sweet, yes, but the real sweetness, the true magic, came from Gopal's love. It came from the joy of sharing. The taste of that last mango, shared with friends under the old tree, became a memory they would treasure forever. It was a taste of kindness, a taste of community.